Day 9 in Seattle Seahawks training camp had an Ernerst Jones and Charles Cross sighting. Giving more offensive line drills. That's Cable Dude. Olu Timmy, obviously. Points of emphasis here, obviously, with Charles Cross. Well, you see Zabel in there. Oliver Toomey at center. Dave Lucas, Anthony Bradford. That more special teams drill. Punt block drill here. you go. The safeties are practicing tackling. I'm in worry over there. And then the linemen, obviously, pass rush. Getting the buffet bashes. So D-Law, Williams look like they're taking some vet days.
Yeah, coming in, Coach Mike, Coach Howard, Coach K. Scott, they told me that they wanted to take the plan with me real slow, knowing I can play all over the field and stuff. So I think it's been pretty good. Every week or every day has been something a little bit new, but it's been taking it slow, taking it day by day, and just progressing however fast I can progress, which has been pretty good. So yeah, I think I've been a little bit over the field a little bit more. You know, at South Carolina, we had, college is college, and I just want to play a little bit of safety, just stay in my position, so I was just more comfortable. But here, I think the coaching staff is using me well, using my ability, and using my athletic ability all over the field.
Different, but I think Coach KP has done a really good job, and just critiquing kind of one thing a day, just kind of helping me get better at one thing a day. And it was a little awkward at first, but once the pads came on, I kind of started to feel a little bit of my mojo again, and let's take this thing by the horns. I'd say just, as a tight end, you kind of want to be more square with your body, have more of a base, kind of strike with your arms. Fullback, you're hitting on the run. So you really got to take that power foot, as KP says, kind of lower your shoulders and run through them. So just kind of transitioning.
All right, so there you go. Some B-roll, and then you heard from rookie Nick Emenwari and also Robbie Coots, and he is the fullback. And it's really important here because the Seahawks running game is going to be predicated on having a fullback, and that's something they haven't done before. And if they're going to run the ball, that fullback is a vital position. And Emenwari is just having an amazing camp. And as he does more, it shows his physicality. The coaches are now giving him more and more responsibility, whether it's he's playing in the free safety, he's on the edge rush, or he's at the linebacker position. So he's a very talented player, and they've been careful. But as he grows, he's getting more and more responsibility, and he's just showing his talent. And then we saw some greatness today from Devon Witherspoon. Witherspoon picked off a Sam Darnold pass that was intended for Marquise Valdes-Scantling, and it was right over there in the corner. And why do I say it's greatness? Because Witherspoon was the receiver. He played the receiver. He knew the route. He watched Darnold throw the ball, and he came down with it, the ball effortlessly, as he was the receiver as opposed to a defensive back. And it just shows why he is if not the most talented player on this squad. I mean, it just speaks to who he is, and we got to see that. I haven't seen a play like that in practice, training camp since, Richard Sherman. That's the kind of play that it was, and we're starting to see more and more of those from Witherspoon as he continues, kind of like Emenwari, but on another level, as he grows and really shows the talent he has and the leadership that he has. And then overall, all three quarterbacks had interceptions today, so they, kind of somewhat of a rough day. But on the back end of me saying that, the wide receivers had a day, and one of those was Torrey Horton who just had an amazing day. And here's somebody who is just moving up the depth chart. He had several catches today over the back of the defense. That means deep catches. He had some also, across the middle, and then also some out routes. And he got some reps with the ones, and it's real critical. The way Mike McDonald and most of these teams are is that, if you're with the threes, you're hoping to get a couple reps with the twos, and then maybe you work your way up to the one, and that's exactly what Horton has done here, from the 3 to the 2, and now, he looks like the player the Seahawks, could use in terms of speed, going down the lane and then pushing back the defense and opening up all the routes that they do. The Seahawks do that as well. Cooper Kupp had one of those, another jaw-dropping catch down there when they were doing the end zone drills. And as I said, it was a day for the receivers, and you can't say that all the receivers had a great day without mentioning Jackson Smith-Njigba. Him and Donald hooked up back to back. And then it was a good sequence. Donald went to Cooper Kupp, then he went to Jackson Smith-Njigba, and then he came back to Cooper Kupp, then he came back to Jackson Smith-Njigba, just kind of showing us, how this offense can operate and how it can click when in rhythm. So it was a good day for the receivers overall, and I would add several players had vet days today, and that was Leaonard Williams, DeMarcus Lawrence, Ken Walker. And also, just in terms of Charles Cross, he was here. Obviously, he wasn't practicing because he had surgery on his finger, but he was here to support his teammates. Tomorrow will be the Fan Fest at Lumen Field, so we'll be there. And, we'll give you some video and give you a report from the Virginia Mason training camp here in Renton, Amas Vida, Mara area. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing.